Welcome to Blacksburg, Virginia, this afternoon at the Terrorville, where the Virginia Tech Hokies will touch that Hokie stone and get ready for another season in Lane Stadium. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Wisconsin Badgers, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Virginia Tech Hokies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Badgers' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes and they'll stop him at the 16. A first down for the offense. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. That's a live ball. And the fumble is going to go out of bounds, and the offense will maintain possession. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Line getting set on second down. The play action fake. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room. So important to get off to a good start, try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
And the Hokies have it with a 1st and 10. Power football with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive that he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Running back searching for a hole. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
And I love this because you got 2nd and really long. And what's the idea of the offensive coordinator? Get 3rd and manageable. Nice job getting the run. Not only a positive run. Shoot, you almost got the first down. Now you're set up for good success on 3rd down.
The Hokies get it past the sticks.
And I think on that last run play on 3rd down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team, and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Picked off. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
All right, good news. The game just got started. There's still a lot of football left to play. The bad news is, though, you've already now turned it over and handed the defense an interception. Quarterback's going to have to be more dialed in with his decision-making in this game.
Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Davis looking to pass. Makes the grab, and he will score. Touchdown, Badger.
And that is the first passing touchdown, first of many of the season for this offense. Nice drive by the offense. Way to finish it, take care of the football, make some plays in the passing game. This offense looks like they're going to be a really hard one to stop.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dances away to buy time. It's complete to the right. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Love that throw. I'll tell you, if he keeps making more of those, Lane Stadium and this incredible crowd is going to be going nuts. We've called games here plenty of times in the past. This is one of the best venues in all of college football, and this guy right now is heating up at the QB position. Watch out. It's going to be a sonic boom in here.
The inside handoff. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. One of the offshoots of expansion, particularly in the Big Ten, was how viable could the ACC remain, and it just sort of ramps up the stakes when they meet on the field.
Yeah, I think all of this conference realignment, all the money talk, the loss of rivalries, but it's the haves and the have-nots. And to be honest, the SEC and the Big Ten are the big two gorillas, right? Anytime you can make a statement and dent these two big powerhouse conferences, go do it.
I think the ACC, too, is going to play with a chip on his shoulder. Back in conference realignment, it was the best 4 programs from the Pac-12 that all chose the Big Ten and not the ACC, so this one will be interesting.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
A shot toward the end zone. He's got it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Got it behind the line. It's Jolly. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. The Wisconsin quarterbacks always know their role. Sometimes they got to make the big plays, from a Darrell Bevell to a Russell Wilson.
And knowing your role means knowing that you're going to hand the football off a lot, and you're going to be a play-action team and pick and choose your spots. But it won't be an offense with Wisconsin that it's opening up. It's throwing the football 30, 40 times again.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense set for a first down play. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. This place is alive, and they'd love to force this offense into another mistake. Line gets set, first down. Davis will throw. pressure coming. They get to him as he throws. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
The incompletion brings up a second down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but the snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Well, they were trying to set up the option, but the quarterback had no chance. Did you see the defensive tackle penetrate? What a great first step. He shot right through the offensive line and got the TFL.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
This is a third and long. Quarterback will audible. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Fires and picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Trying to find his man on first down. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it a little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the ball is picked off. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
Going up top on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He's going to pass on 2nd down. He's got his man. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Many times the Hokies have had a dynamic threat running the ball at quarterback, but you got to be efficient like this in the passing game.
No doubt, and you got to have some balance on offense. You got to be able to make those plays down the field in the passing game to make you honor it, get some guys out of the box, so it's not just running quarterback all the time.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
He's piled up 65 yards rushing, and that is quite an impressive first half here in this season opener. And the Hokies are on the move. Quick release on the RPO. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has, how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the back. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Trying play action. Quick completion on the out route. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
It's a really nice job in coverage defensively there because that tight end, he wasn't really even open. Quarterback just still tried to put it on him and give him an opportunity, but great tackle short of the stick, setting up 4th down.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his man and they convert. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Hokies!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be knocked down. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Handoff to the single back. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Badgers line up to punt it away.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Carl.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
A shot toward the end zone. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf, it'll be third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. He's got an open man. Just outside the red zone. If they pick up the first down, they'll spot it at the 22. The Hokies come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Tackled immediately after the catch.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's
got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game one, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. North Carolina is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Ramses isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 7 over Notre Dame. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half. Because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Davis looking to pass. Oh, he wants it all. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with a pass. Got it in the middle. It's Everett. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first down.
And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? The run up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He's looking to throw. He wants it all. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And he's going to run it back. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He's going to pass. He's going to throw deep right side. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Man, if you're going to win games, you have got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to look that football in and make the catch.
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Open space at the 25. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking to go up top on first down. Fires one high and deep. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? To the air on first down. Feeling some... Unleashes one deep. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Hokies will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football palm out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Nowhere to run on that when he loses 4 on the carry. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Davis will throw. He lofts it high high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The Badgers will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. On his way from around the 50. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. He wants to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
Reads it, fires complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. Using the quick game. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can do.
He is smashing people. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Hokies. How about this dude? He's throwing it like Don Strock or Jim Druckenmiller. He's running it like Tyrod Taylor or doing it all like Michael Vick.
Just showing the whole game, showing the repertoire, and how hard is it to stop a guy like this? I mean, when he can do all these things and stretch you with his feet, stretch you with his arm, that's why he's hard to stop, and that's why he's having himself a day.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. South Carolina is down, but they are not out of it. Not there in Columbia, one of the most special places to watch a game in all of college football. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Oregon. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Davis looking to pass. He's got it. Still on his feet at the 45. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. They dialed up the perfect call. Splendid execution. Now they've got it. Threatening 1st and 10 from the 27. He's looking to throw it. Trying to get to it. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
That is an example of a defender just stepping up and making a play. He just gave up a big completion down the field. That's not going to happen again. That's not happening on my watch. right away, that D lineman decides to go after the QB, and he makes a big play.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making the tackle for a loss.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. He'll take another shot here. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on 4th down.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
He's now up to 95 yards on the day, and the defense has been getting a steady diet of this dude on opening day. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground.
Yeah, and way to be creative. Way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge. You're just trying to get that 1st down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
Gonna run it. It's Cross. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Brings up 2nd down.
Second down coming up. The give to the tailback. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Give to the running back. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off, and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the 1st down.
He breaks a tackle. Hey, that's a live ball. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought... Defense gets the ball back for its own.
Oh, and it's a hit like that that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game, because that hit is what caused that fumble.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Brought down after a 5-yard gain down to the 7.
And that's another productive run. This offense has had a bunch of them today, and the running back, I think this lead was built on this guy. He's done a great job all game long, setting the tone, and I think that's why this offense has been successful.
Relentless tough running gets it down to the 4.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
He's got it. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. And the route is on.
And the second half looking a lot like the first half, and this lead continues to build. How about the rhythm of this offense? They are showing you a little bit of everything. What they worked on in the offseason has been right on point, and game one going exactly how they scripted it. They'll
try to add another to their lead. And they tack on the extra point. It's 35-13. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but
He's off to the races. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
Virginia Tech, 35. Wisconsin, 13.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Fires to the right. Complete downfield.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward because losing this game in week 1, all the detractors, all the naysayers, that noise is going to get...
And with a hallelujah land. Touchdown, Badgers! Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
he's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back.
Let's get weird. This is exactly what they needed. They needed something to happen. Down 2 possessions, fourth quarter. Got to make it happen. Onside kick team comes through.
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Quickly complete. At the 40, there he goes. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Going to take a shot. Snags it. And he will score. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
He's in there for the 2-point conversion, and they're down 8 here in the fourth. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
He wants to throw here on second down. Makes the grab. And fired the completion there in the red zone and set up at the 13.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Looking for room. It's Cross. Got some room entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Hokie. And they take it in for 6 more points. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. North Carolina is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Ramses isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 7 over Notre Dame. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. Looking to move it through the air. He's taking the shot. He's got it down the left side. Running toward the tape. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Badger! How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's...
Oh, now the kicker's going to throw it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the fourth. They'll line up for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. On first down, here comes this offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Given the unrest surrounding this guy's future as the head coach, this would be a great way to get the season started.
Man, you want all the momentum you can get, and you want to quiet people down. You don't want it to get louder. The louder those murmurs talk about hot seat, and you have a tendency to lose your football team. It's a distraction. You have to talk about it all the time. So always nice, Palmer, to get off on the right foot.
You just got to be able to drown out the outside noise, right? Easier said than done. With this win in week 1, they're going to silence the critics, but make no mistake, he's going to go into that locker room and say, everyone that's been talking trash about us all off season, they're going to love us now. Don't pay any attention to that. All that matters is what's in this locker room. They've got to take that attitude forward. How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
The Hokies have it with a 1st and 10. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. And he runs it all the way down to the 3 before they get him.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on 1st down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football. Run the clock. Let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
At this point on offense, late in the game with the lead, if you can run the ball, get a couple 1st downs, I mean, you can just bleed all these seconds off the clock and ice these things.
Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Bought a little time, lets it go. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, just gets in the zone, right? And you can't miss. You've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Fires to the wideout. Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be third down.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
On third down, he drops to throw. They're bringing heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And how about the complimentary football? This defense getting another sack. They've already got an interception. Offense has played great. Both sides of the football together dominating this football.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time because now I get to get all my other guys that don't get to play that much. We're up. This game's over after that missed fourth down conversion. Now we get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, like Jesse probably would, to go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards if that's your thing.
So you get stuffed on first down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now in this second play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to leave more guys in to block? There's a real cat and mouse game going on right now between these two coaching staffs. And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something.
Going for it all. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Really tough on an offense. Third and long, it's tough to, you're passing the football. They know you're passing the football. I'm going to rush the passer. I'm going to drop back deep, make you throw the ball underneath. But, quarterbacks also want to force that football and try to get that first down. He does there, and that's why he creates the turnover.
They'll throw it on first down. Now improvising. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And they get him again. This is a offense that you expect them to protect their guy. I mean, he is a dude that you know if you give him time, he's going to make plays. But this defense is making sure he's not getting that time.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Using his legs to buy some time. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got him. Might as well try to punch them while they're reeling. You get one huge play to set it up. Now it's 1st and 10 inside the 40. He's going to pass. And he's lucky to get that one back. This junior quarterback knows better than to try that too often.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Davis will throw. Fires left. Got him downfield. Giving him his pads. Touchdown, Wisconsin. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle. A nice job by this offense, continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
The defense uses a timeout, and we are down to 11 seconds left to play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Handoff to the single running back. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. A 3rd and long coming up here. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football, in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game. It was no different.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.